round three. I think it is. Yeah, round three around Hungary. I'm joined by somebody new who is Daniel. Is that correct?
Yes, good evening, guys. Welcome. Giving this a shot for the first time. Appreciate the guys at the Ultimate Formula for giving me the chance to come in and obviously join Pricey here as we get a good 35 laps around the Hungary ring. Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, you might be looking forward to it, but I think this is one of the. Ooh! Ooh! Are we going to see rain in a little bit of time?
Do you want to change that looking forward to there a little?
Oh, I did want to say before we started this stream that it is going to rain, so.
Skies aren't looking too dry.
Let's have a quick look in the chat and let's see what people are saying if it is going to be a wet race.
I think so. At least a wet qualifying, you'd say that, at least.
Quinn has said it's a dry quali and a dry race. Well, that's boring.
Okay. Yeah. Skies don't tell that story, but...
Yeah, the Sky has said a very different story, but... Let's see, who's first out on the track? So it's going to be Beef straight out on the soft tyres. It's a bit strange, to be fair, because I would expect most people want to be starting on the mediums, wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, you'd think. Of course, the mediums, you can kind of get sort of a feel for the track, get a bit of temperature up. You don't want to maybe burn a set of softs, so... I think most people are coming out on the softs, if I'm not correct. Yeah, I think everybody... Having a look through, I don't think anybody's running the mediums, but... No, I don't... If you want to, have a test with the set, I can understand that, but the mediums... Baffling, really. But...
I would say, preferably, the tyre you probably want to be starting on is probably the mediums, because softs around here you die after like 6 or 7 laps.
Yeah.
So, and especially with overheating, the softer compound overheats way too much around this track. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I believe we've got, let me see, so Stu is on the mediums, Sean is on the mediums, as is Max, and I believe that's it for everyone that's out on track. And then everybody else on softs. As you say, they die really quickly on this, so put your best performance in first. Yeah, man,
I'm quite surprised to actually see people warming up their tyres as well. Considering the high wings you use, you normally get quite a lot of heat into the tyres straight away. But we're going to have Beef first across the line, so I'm going to chuck it to you, and we're going to go straight on board with you for a race lap. Let's see.
Right, let's see. Who do we fancy jumping on with here? Let's have a little look. Trying to find someone that's just going across the line at the minute.
Oh.
Let's see. Is that a yellow flag?
Yeah, it's just people slowing down.
Yeah, just into the last hairpin. I might jump on board, actually. With Witty, I believe. Let's see. Let's see if we can just try and get this figured out. Come back to me in 1 second. I'm going to try and pick somebody come around the track.
Oh, I'm already on board. I'll go on board with Waitsy for a lap then.
Yeah.
So Waitsy down in turn 1. He's already up into 8th gear. So let's go and pick the braking board just before the 50-meter board. Down to 3rd gear. It's going to try and kiss the inside apex. Straight on the power onto the DRS. Down into, I don't know the numbers. I think this is turn 3. It's going to drop down to second, not second, down to 3rd, down straight into 4th. Misses the apex by a long way. Gwyneth pulled off to the right. Now it's all about flat speed. Kisses the corner nicely. Down 3 gears, and he touches the inside curb and he spins it.
Oh no.
That is not good. That is not what you want to see. Mr. P6, as he's formerly known.
I heard about that apparently, yeah.
He loves to start in P6 and he loves to finish in P6.
Oh, so we spun it on the exit of turn 5. That's a decent corner. That'll set you up perfectly for the chicane, and then obviously through sector 3. So not ideal, but obviously 14 minutes left in the session. He's got plenty of time, but that's obviously not ideal if you're looking from his perspective. I might actually have a look at Meerkat here. If we can sort of jump on board with him. Let's see.
Oh, he's in the pits.
Oh, he's just coming into the pits. That was ideal. Appreciate that.
Oh, that's good. What about Sir Gwyneth?
Ah, the guy who can't finish a race, apparently. Right, well, let's see. Quinn in the Ferrari. Let's see if he does what a bit of a lap here. Let's see, breaking on that 50-meter board, like you say, down to 3rd gear. Catches turn 1 pretty nicely. That kink, obviously, to set you up down the straight here towards turn 2. Let's see if he can hook this inside curve perfectly. Pretty good line through there. Let's see if it sets it on 3 here, turn 3, and up the hill towards turn 4. Clips that curb pretty well. Well, let's see. Through 4 and 5, let's see how much he concepts to this curb. Sticks it nicely and well. Obviously through Hungary, you don't want to spin through these curves. Obviously they could be devastating. Oh, goes a bit wide, but obviously holds it quite well. Now the 5 and 6 chicane. These curves can be a killer for your lap. Clips 1, goes over quite nicely. Decent lap here from Quinn in the Ferrari. Let's see what he can do. Still obviously P17, but a lot of guys haven't set their laps just yet. Through these final set of turns, let's see, 8, 9, runs quite well, and then obviously down towards turn 10. Let's see if he can carry some speed through here. Commits nicely to that inside curve, drags it in, keeps a decent line. Obviously now through turn 11, up towards 12, let's see. This final hairpin as he comes in, how tight does he stick it? Pretty decent lap here from Quinn. Let's see what this comes across the line in, let's see where it puts him.
He invalidated on the last corner, by the way. So
yeah, figured that. Yeah.
This is the next lap. Unlucky Quinn.
Yep. I think that's a 116, I think, put him.
Yeah, so Wesley's just gone into...
And he spun into turn 1.
14.7. So Mini Meerkat's on a lap, so let's go and see how he does for a little bit. Oh, and he's lost his front wing.
A lot of incidents here at the start of Hungary. There is no rain, but you would be mistaken for thinking that the track is a bit damp. Waitsy, of course, spinning out of turn 4, Quinn out of turn 1, and Meerkat has no front wing, so a few incidents at the start. Half the grid's now set a lap. Poles at the minute, provisional pole 13.8, so a good 3/10 back to kills. 11 minutes to go in this session. Pricey, it's looking sort of a mixed bag at the minute.
Yeah, I'm sort of surprised to see not as many people on the mediums at this moment in time. Like, are we going to see? We're going to have to see like people extending really long in the first stint.
It's those middle 4, isn't it?
Oh, Mini Meerkat.
Sort of 8 through 11.
Yeah, I think TT and Max have got, if they decide to go out on the softs, have got loads of time to find. Because I think it is a 1.5 second delta around there.
Roundabout, yeah, roundabout 1.5 second. And obviously, as you're seeing on your screens, Trunders in P16, he'll stay there. He'll be starting at the back of the grid, obviously, with the pole. Sorry, with a qualifying ban as a result of penalty points. So he'll not be having a lap.
Ooh. So Mini Meerkat puts himself up, himself up into P8. So Steisenpat's gone a little bit fast through the Sector 2 chicane. I don't know the numbers like you do. I probably should get that list up.
It's, to be fair, it's one of those tracks that hasn't got that many corners, so it's it's easy to just kind of stick in your head. One driver I want to highlight as well. He's on the mediums. He's down in P12. He's our slowest driver, but obviously 13 through 20 have not set a lap yet. He's going to be coming around this final corner. I want to see how these mediums
it's raining. It's raining.
And it's now, has it come down?
Yeah, it started raining.
Are we seeing droplets?
Yeah.
Oh, this is big. 10 minutes left in the session, and the rain has started to fall.
So all that stuff about a dry quali.
There we go. That's the rain droplets falling on the track.
So
plenty of time to obviously swap your strategy, but...
Yeah, so Big Man Corey, TUF owner, goes up into P4 as Mr. P6 goes into P5. So,
and he spun as well.
Corey, man, what you doing? It's not that wet.
Perfect. Yeah, he's maybe caught a little bit of a wet patch there. Obviously, it hasn't even happened yet, so he may just get himself ready.
So Shea Bentos Pi is currently 2 temps up for the middle sector. With it starting to rain, are we going to see a slight improvement? He was 2 temps up. TT's already putting on the inters. So, see where it puts him. If he was 2 temps up, he's looking to go into P4. Out the final corner. P4. Great lap. A lot of invalidations.
A lot of invalidations. Yeah, that's one thing about Hungary as well. Obviously, it's been sort of, in the past, labelled as sort of a bigger Monaco. Monaco, you go off, you're going to hit the wall. Hungary, your threat is those curbs. Because you touch them, you might spin, go too far over them, it's an invalidated lap. That's the thing about Hungary. Obviously, as you know, it's bravery through this track, and a lot of guys sort of on the edge, and like you say, a lot of invalidations.
Yeah.
That's going to be key. Who can keep it in the limit?
Yeah, I think it's going to be all about the penalty situation.
Yeah.
But as it's starting to rain, I don't think we're going to see any improvements from anyone else unless it gets lighter really quick for him. But it looks like it's coming down.
Yeah, it looks like it's sort of hovering in between that sort of medium to light rain. But obviously, let's see. Who set this? A lot of drivers are still actually pushing on the limit A lot of them are still going pretty darn fast, but you're probably going to get most of them into the pits. It's the top 3, they're not really moving, and it's who comes out in the inters first. That's what we're going to see. 8 minutes left. Who's going to take the plunge?
I think it's just the bottom 4 that just need to try and get a lap in.
Set a lap.
Yeah, they kind of need to. Trundles has had a quali ban, and probably this is probably the perfect time to get it.
Yeah. Pretty much. One of the bottom 4, as you're saying, Gwyneth, he's just coming around into set. Oh, a bit slow through. It's the rain, that's the thing. Those bottom 4 trying to set a lap, sort of a base before they go onto the inters, but the track's just getting too damp. Yeah. It's those invalidations early on that's hurting them, because they're being forced to put in a base lap on dries to give them a good base in case they crash in the wet, and they're not getting that good run. Let's see if Quinn can sort of keep it validated this time. Looking pretty good as he comes down towards turn 11. A lot of retirees, a lot of in the pit, so this is one of the back markers again. He's I think one of 3 on track. So let's see. This back hairpin is kind of slow, taking his pace. It's a snail's pace, and he's slowed down. At the minute of 1:13, it's getting very dry, but he needs to set that base time. No invalidations, I don't think. But he's going to get a 1:21, and he's going to, I think, stay where he was.
Yeah, he did invalidate on that lap, so...
This is the problem.
Ooh. So I'm just on board with Prakigram at the moment, who doesn't look too bad. I don't think I would want to drive and saying it is too bad in these conditions, but...
No, I wouldn't myself. I wouldn't personally.
He's
all looking through this sector.
Yeah, it's all important of just putting a lap in. He nearly spun it.
He has a little bit. That last hairpin's catching a lot of people out. They're being forced to just sort of slow down just before that last turn. But it looks clean, and it's a 1:17.6, which puts him in P16. So he's got up 4 places. Trunders doesn't exist, so he's only gone up 3. But it's that baseline. 6 minutes left. I think everybody looks happy enough on these dry laps.
Yeah, I think this is going to be, for everyone else in the pits, I think that's going to be it. I don't think anyone's going to bother venturing out. If it's going to be a dry race, there's no point venturing out for looking at inters. Quinn's out of fuel as he comes across the line. That's painful.
That's unfortunate.
So
that's
now
going to be a yellow flag.
So he's got to just coast his way all the way around.
Let's hope he stays out of the way of some of these back markers. I don't think anybody's behind him apart from, I think, back marker. That's pretty much about it. Everyone else is in the pits, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Back marker looks...
So a little bit squirrely on the rear.
Oh! He could potentially spin this if he doesn't keep it through this last hairpin. But he could be potentially our last lap, because everybody else seems, as we say in Pricey, happy enough with their laps. If it's a dry race, why change?
Yeah, I would have thought, like, if you were Sir Gwyneth, probably just boxing, probably just going for a lap on the inters, you might actually find more time.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much a clear track. He's the only driver left on track, I think, is Gwyneth.
Gwyneth and back marker, yeah.
Yeah, so back marker, I think... The problem is he's going to be catching up to Gwyneth in a second as well. So he's pretty much... He's improved to 17th. That's the thing. What does Gwyneth do? Because he's going to have a free track, intermediate tyres. He's got 4 minutes. He could potentially slot himself in the top 10. Because at the minute, P18... I mean, dry race, wet race... It's looking like a dry race. Not ideal.
Yeah, but the thing is, with these wet conditions, like, he's not going to improve anywhere between the deltas.
No, he's not.
I think the smartest thing is come in and retire, in all honesty.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's fighting what? He'll be putting a wet lap against dry laps, and that's just the delta.
The delta and the softs would not be worth it.
No.
Unless you're an alien like, I don't know, Yana Watmere or Silly Sly Guy.
He could. So that's what, Gwyneth into the pits.
So we've only got 6 people that haven't retired. So.
Yeah. So now what are they going to do? The pole sitter as well hasn't retired either. That 3/10 gap is still there for Duddy. He's only done 1 lap so far. Beef sitting in 3rd. The rest, yeah. I mean, I think they're probably going to end up retiring in a second, but...
Yeah, so Sir Quinish retired, Beef's retired.
Yeah.
Smart move, boys, I know you're listening.
Yeah. Very smart moves. It's not worth taking a risk, stressing yourself out for a lap. If it's going to be a dry race, this is pretty much going to be the grid we're going to be looking at. Can those drivers from the back, those that didn't qualify, obviously like the Trunders or the Ban, and those that didn't quite get off the mark in qualifying, can they make their way through the field? That's the question, because it's looking like a pretty fast midfield at the minute. I think, what, 5th down to about 9th, separated by just only 2/10. So
who's coming out?
It's looking like an exciting race. Who's coming out? Who is it?
It's Max.
It's Max in the Alfa Romeo. On a set of mediums. Sorry, set of softs.
So he's coming out on a fresh set of softs.
Interesting.
If it's going to be a dry race, I wouldn't burn through a set if I was you. But see, it's your own choice. Let's see if you can improve.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, like you're seeing the grip out of this turn 4 and 5. Oh, he's nearly spun. He's gone off the track here. Max playing with the devil here. How fast is he taking this turn? Not very fast. Max has took a new set of softs, and he's taking them. If it was on track, fine, but he's getting that extra sort of pickups for grass and gravel and just AstroTurf. It's not going to be ideal for him. Like you, Pricey, I don't really see the need for doing this lap on a fresh set. If you want to give it a go, but why use a fresh set?
Yeah, I think Inters would be faster than this at this point.
Inters would be faster than this, I think. He's on an out lap though, so that's...
Is he just testing the conditions?
I think so, but I mean, if I was him, it's...
Cool.
If he wants to give it a go, fine, but...
I think he's whacked the fuel up. Are we going to see him whack on hot lap and go for a lap?
I think we might. Let's have a look.
Oh, he's losing the weight.
If he sends this full around the track, as in full throttle, it's not gonna.
Oh,
it's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stick for Max, but let's see what he can get going on this lap. Let's see. Turn into turn 1. This is going to be quite tight. This is going to have to be snail's pace for Max, or he's going to ditch it in the wall. And he's near spun into turn 1. That's the problem with Hungary. It's a lot of fast zones into slow, heartbreaking corners. So how much do you carry? And he's through the wall. Into the barricade goes Max. He was definitely listening.
I hope he knows that he does get a penalty for this by spinning it on track.
What does he get?
I'm not too sure. Backmarker is a steward. I'm sure he'll tell us in the chat what he gets.
He's P15 at the minute with a solid 1-3 back to Sir Brackagram. So, I mean, 3 seconds. Is it a time penalty? Are we talking back of the grid start? Because I mean,
I'm not too sure
costly.
actually.
That's pretty costly for Max.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to retire on track.
I don't think so.
I'm just interested to see who reports it to the stewards after the race. Who's it going to be? Who's going to clip it?
Max may regret that lap more than we think.
So, the qualifying grid for the Hungarian Grand Prix is Duty Gench on pole, followed by Kills, then Beef, Shea Bentos Pie, and Corey or TUF Meredith in the AlphaTauris. Then Mr. P6 in his usual position in P6. Wesley Santana in 7th, Jag Kings in 8th, Old Man Barry in 9th, and then Kieran in 10th. Then to round out the rest of the grid is Stu, Mini Meerkat, Shoen, TT, CH55 Max, Prakigram, Batmarker, Sir Quinniff, Stizen, Pat, or I don't know how you pronounce that, and then Trunders, who had a quali ban. So, let's move on to the race. Let's actually hope it is going to be dry. I really hope it's wet, but I have a prediction we're going to get more than one safety car.
More than one safety car?
More than one safety car, and if there were red flags in the game, I'm predicting that you would have got a red flag in this race.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully for F1 2021 they can bring in red flags. I mean, the community's been begging for it for years. I mean, it would be ideal.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Be perfect.
Yeah,
red flag a race.
Monza, turn 1, every league race, bang.
Turn 1 at Spa, the race is red flag before we even get to the top of Radeon. But obviously... we don't have that, so more than one safety car. I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. It's obviously, having not been here for the first 2 races, but been able to go back and watch, it's looked very tetchy, and there has been a few penalties and a few reports dished out. Obviously, we wait to see what's going to happen with Max, whether that affects his qualifying, but as the formation lap gets underway. We'll see.
Yeah, so let's have a quick look and let's see what tyres people are on. So we've got Stu Mini Meerkat, Show and NTT all on the mediums, then we got Max on the hards, Prakiram and Batmarker on the mediums, Quinn's on the softs, and so is Trunders, but starting Pat's on the hards. I think either they're expecting damage lap 1. I know you can. I have seen someone take hards from lap 1 to the end. So it will be.
It's an interesting strategy. I can understand that. That's the question. Yeah, is it a question of are they anticipating damage, or are they just sort of trying to run for that sort of extra long strategy? Because, like you say, you can run fat longer than the mediums. It can be done. The mediums will run out quicker than those hards, obviously, so it's an interesting strategy. So them two on the hards, obviously, sort of those back marks from 11th to 14th on the mediums, top 10 all staying on those soft tyres. So we've got what should be an interesting race, and hopefully, you probably would say for your prediction, not a clean lap 1, but we're hoping for a little bit of action into turn 1.
After watching Brazil and got a safety car in lap 1, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a safety car turn 1.
I wouldn't disagree with you there, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
one of those tracks, obviously, big overtaking opportunity.
Yeah, I'd say Kieran's in with a good shout, starting P10. This is best qualifying position I think so far.
I would think so. So obviously, bottom of your screen there. I think what's for me anyway, I don't know what's come up for you. So that one stop, sort of that early lap, 8 to 10, and then obviously add another 10, you can go in that mediums. That's what we're going to be seeing for Max and Ninzap in the hards, whether they can go a bit longer. But I think, yeah, Kieran, off the start, he's the last of our soft runners in that Mercedes. P10, this could be, if he avoids all damage, could be a good little run for him through turn 1, but obviously we wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I think if he's a little bit cautious into turn 1, then he's got everything to gain from. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure Mini Meerkat is going to have a lightning turn 1, lap 1, because he always does. But let's see. So we got everyone on the grid now, and I'm trying to find a good camera angle. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the Hungarian Grand Prix, and it's lights out, and away we go. And it looks like, I don't know who's got a good start. So it looks like both the runners have got a good start. They've already jumped. I think that's Corey in the background, but Duty gets away cleanly. My stop screen always looks a bit glitchy, but Kills and Beef both up into P1 and P2. Is that Shea Bentos Pie fighting it around the outside, and Waits here alongside him as well. God, there's a lot. Yeah, there's too much action. I can't keep track of the timing for the screen. So Kills has kept his position, but Shea's fighting him back, and we got a yellow flag in sector 2 already. Waits, he's jumped up.
Oh, that's a Renault. I believe. McLaren. Stop. Yeah, going slowly back at the track. That was the exit at turn 4. He's at the back of the track. A clean first lap. A lot of changes in position, but everybody seems to have come through that sort of early turn 1, 2, 3 pretty safe.
Yeah, so TUF2 being clean for once on lap 1. But we have got Stars and Pat, I think it was, making a move already. And well, looks like Trunders is fighting for Max as well. Looks like it's trying to go around the outside and find a corner. Gonna look to see if he can get the cut back. So Prakiram seems to have already put it in a wall and is heading to the pit lane already.
Yep, that was that incident at turn 4. Prakiram into the pits. Probably, maybe not a set of mediums. You could send the softs to the end, but that's going to be a bit of a risk. So obviously back on board. Let's have a look at that battle. When you mentioned it, Max and Trunders down through turn 3 and 4. This is going to be key. It's the 3 of them. Last stage in that Williams. Let's see if they can just try and keep it a little bit safe through here. This could end up being an incident if they're not too careful. Everyone just concertinaing through at the minute. Everything's just kind of going that slow pace. Everybody's kind of just pacing themselves behind one another. potential moves, you're probably looking at the end of Sector 1. This should be a clean end of lap 3, from the looks of it. I think, let's see, Max, Trunders, yeah, it all looks pretty clean for most of them in that sort of midfield. But we said about that midfield, would it be sort of risky going in that middle sector? Could potentially someone have contact?
Ooh.
They all came out of it pretty safe.
Wait, is he nearly running into the back of Shea Bentos Pie? Is he going to go for a move down into turn 1? He's all over the back of him. As in the background we've got Old Man Barry, looks like he's gone for a spin. So he's falling down the order. Beef's all over the back of Waitsy. Oh, the top 6 do always like to fight, it seems like, recently.
They are getting the elbows out. As you mentioned, Waitsy
yeah,
through the exit of turn 2! Oh, he's stuck out on the outside of him! He's kept the position as well! Ooh, that was risky. He's going to come back at him. This is risky up the inside. Oh, these two.
Oh, it's Shane and he loses it.
Ooh, that was tetchy. Oh, he's lost it in the barrier.
Oh,
wait, see what's happened here. Has he hit a curb? Has he hit something? He's lost, I think, a bit of front wing, at least. That was a very risky middle sector there from both the Mercedes and nearly compromising the Renault as well.
Yeah, so we're on lap 3 and Sir Quinniff hasn't binned it yet, but we have got a yellow flag because it looks like it was for back marker.
Yep.
But it all seems to sort of even out at the moment. Not a lot of people burning a lot of overtake. I think I noticed Mini Meerkat's already down to 20% on lap 3.
It's not ideal.
ERS conservation is not his strongest suit, it looks like.
No, considering everybody around him is floating on, I think, 20, 70. Around him showing as well on 70%. He's got DRS on
so
TT.
Beef's gone for a move down the inside of Shea Bentos Pie. And he's got the DRS out of the next corner. And it looks like Kills is all over the back of Doody already. In the background, we've also got Showing on the move with TT.
It's very hectic lap right now.
Yeah, it also seems to sort of even out at this moment in time.
I don't think Waitsy actually has damage, by the way. I think he's quite alright.
Yeah, oh, Kieran's nearly gone for a spin as well.
That turn 5 exit corner is really hampering some of these drivers. It invalidated so many laps, and we've had nearly, 3 spins, and Waitsy binning it off that curb on a sector, and he's in front of him. Wesley spun as well. Oh, he spun right in front of him, out of turn 5 and 6. That's not done mads for him. He's down to P17. Still trying to get the car back on track. He's rescued it, but you mentioned it, Pricey, those curbs, that middle sector, it's hampering people.
Yeah, man, at the moment, at the front, we've got Kills. Looks like he's going to go and make a move on Doody. Under overtake, Doody hugs the inside line. He's going to get the move done nice and early before the corner. And that's Kills. That's Kills up into P1. So the guy that missed last race due to uni exams, obviously not allowing anything to put off his race practice for Hungary, and he's putting those softs to good use, getting past Doody straight away.
So Doody's got 70% of that overtake left. How much is he going to use into here? Let's have a look. Like you mentioned, Kills, he was hungry to try and get back on this track, no pun intended there. He's holding it very well through this second sector, but Doody, who led all 5 laps, Kills, all he did was stick with him, and he had to make the move, and when he got the RS, put it through.
Yeah, so Showing is catching up to the back of Mini Minter, or Mini Meerkat, sorry, not Mini Minter, that's a YouTuber, who is the first medium runner. And then we got Skies and Pat, or as Kachau said, I can't pronounce it. First runner on the hards in P12. So the medium runner's already looking quite good, considering that they're in the DRS train of Waitsy and Kieran. And they are just getting pulled along at this moment in time. It will be interesting to see when the first person on softs decides to put it in, and what tyres they decide to go for. And it looks like we've got Shay already into the pits, and Waitsy. So 2 people into the pits nice and early. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 2 as well. I think that's Sir Prakigram.
Yep. I believe that's Prakigram and back marker, both of which I think have penalties. One for speeding the pit lane, and I think one for just, I think there's multiple warnings I've seen for him. Those 2, yeah, they're pretty much, that's pretty much cleared up at the minute. They're just kind of coasting. I think those two are pretty secure as our back markers for the minute.
Yeah. So Mini Meerkat has left the session, so I think he's lagged out, which is really unfortunate.
Possibly.
Do you want to try and invite him back if you can?
Yeah, should be able to.
It's just Mini Meerkat and then Spot normally and then God.
Yep.
Oh, he's joined back already.
Oh, he's joined back, that's good. Glad we could get him back into the track.
So he was on that straight away. But he has dropped down quite a lot of positions and it has allowed Schoen to be the first medium runner on track. So Schoen is now all over the back of Kieran. So Waits, he's gone on to mediums and Shay's gone on to mediums as well. So they're going for the 2-stop. But Duty's into the pits now. I'm expecting some hards. I'm not expecting a 2-stop in this race.
No, I'm not. You'd expect, you know, yeah, like you said, the 1-stop. It should be the prevalent strategy.
It's the thing of like you're not having to go 20 seconds in the pit lane. You're going to lose more time in my opinion, but obviously these drivers know better. But we have got Duty and Jags into the pit, so they have gone onto the hard. So they have gone onto the smarter strategy. Jags is going to come out behind Waits, it looks like, on track. So obviously Waits, he's got taking another pit stop, so Jag doesn't need to clear him as quickly as normally.
No. They've mostly followed your strategy. Most of them have. Ones that have stopped, have gone on to the hards. It's almost like they're listening to you.
I'm pretty sure if most of these people had listened to me normally, they would have binned it on lap 2. So Mini Meerkat has left the session again, so he's probably having connection problems to the Welsh connection of Shea Bentos Pie.
Yeah, let's see if he can rejoin himself.
And Schoen's all over the back of Kieran. Looks like Kieran's really struggling on these tyres at this moment in time. Is he going to make a pit? No, he's not even going to pit this lap. So he's going to try and extend as long as he can to go on to those hard tyres, but Schoen's got the DRS, he's burning the overtake, he's catching, he moves over to the right hand side and he goes down the inside and he gets the move done.
Potential here. Yeah, Kieran is massively struggling here at the minute. TT has got an opportunity to take that position as well. Obviously Kieran started P10, he's brought himself up to P4, obviously pit stops have helped in that as well. Let's see if he can try to make it. Is Kieran trying to go for this move back in? They got the space.
Stu's made contact with Max.
That's not ideal for the pair of them.
And for some reason I've got no interval, so I'm gonna have to. This is not good. What's the gap at the front? Do you know?
Gap at the front at the minute looking like 0.8 tenths of a second at the minute between Kills and Corey.
8 tenths.
I believe so. If mine is right, mine is yet to catch up with itself, but I believe so.
Okay, it's quite a big gap, but if it's 8 tenths, it's 8 tenths.
Let me double check.
Oh.
Because mine is playing up as well.
So Kills into the pits. He's going to go onto the hards. Kieran's into the pits as well after his tyres were really struggling. So Corey's continued on. It's probably not struggling. Okay, there's the interval. It's come back. It's a 1.3 second gap now. But it's coming down, so Schoen is catching him. So, I think, in all honesty, I think Schoen's probably in the driver's seat.
I think, yeah.
His gap to Duty is at 10.9, and it is climbing, or falling, depending how you look at it. And he can go into like lap 15, I think it is, 16. So his tyres will be in a lot better state than obviously Duty's, Beef's, Jags and Kieran's at the end. So are we going to see a little fight towards the end?
I think we will. That's the key for that strategy you mentioned earlier. You're playing for that sort of last few laps, just trying to attack as well. Speaking of attack, Schoen, is he going to send this down through the hairpin, do you reckon? He's got the pace. He looks faster. I
think he's too smart for that. I don't. So Sepulchre were tied in the pit. So Corey's gone into the pits.
Yeah.
Mini Meerkat is having connection issues, it looks like. So he's not going to be happy.
probably in and out throughout the race, I'd say.
So Prakigram has left the session and he's retired. Mini Meerkat goes fastest again. But Max is catching him. Oh, and he's straight back on track and he's lost it! BSC.
Oh no! Virtual safety car. Lap 10 here at the Hungaroring and Mini Meerkat. You just caught, I think, the end of that. I think, was he lost it on the curb?
No, he was on the straight and it just snapped to the left.
That was unfortunate. Mini Meerkat, fastest man on track. Massive wheel. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Is he on a wheel? I'm assuming.
It must be the way he snapped at that.
Must be the way it's, yeah, because he's completely just by himself on the straight, car snapped, and he's into the bar. That's not ideal if you're Mini Meerkat.
Well, apparently his AI just killed his car, so that is not good.
Nope. On top of the connection problems, not a good race for Mini Meerkat. I see, obviously, DNFs. Alongside Prakigram.
Oh, Shay's nearly lost it. Kills is all over the back of him.
Shay's with a penalty as well.
Yeah, it's really easy to pick up penalties around this.
Yeah. Track limits being, and corner cutting not being your friend on the Hungaroring if you take it a bit too far.
Yeah, so Waits, he's all over the back of Beef as well. He looks like he's struggling on those hard tyres. You got a yellow flag in sector 3.
Flag.
Oh, there's Meredith!
Oh no.
Meredith's in the wall. Oh no. But Hills is catching on Shay. He looks like he's going to look for a move down the inside. Shay leaves in the space. Oh, he's kind of drifted a little bit out wide, but looks like he's going to get that move done.
That's a pretty good move. Can he hold it?
Shay's fighting him back.
These two are going to be a battle to watch for the next 5 to 10 laps.
Oh, we got a yellow flag there. Stu! Oh, thank God Ghosting's on. Oh my God. Safety car! Safety car! Oh my God.
Oh God.
What did I say? Mystic
Full
Meg.
track safety car. Was that because I'm assuming Stubbs ditched it, even though Ghosting is on? That would obviously be. That looks like, yeah, his car.
Yeah, so I think
looks at that.
Stu's binned it up the hill the same I did it in season 3, and
yeah,
that is
as much as
not a good
Ghosting's
sign.
on. Yeah, game looks at that and says, you know what, your car is parked where it shouldn't be. Full track safety car, so that will obviously give everyone essentially a free pit stop.
Yeah,
if they
so
wish to take one.
I think the medium runners, the smart decision is to pit now. It's not to stay
Ideally,
out.
yes. And there you go, Showman and TT, I think being the first two in. Looking like the soft tyres, I believe, in the Alfa Romeo garage here.
Oh.
Yep, they're giving him a set. Oh, they're giving him a set. Let's see. Sorry, not soft.
I was about to say it has to be hard. If it's soft, yeah.
Didn't even completely misread the wall of the tyre there. Another set of hards. Expect to see most of the grid onto a set of hards. 3, 4, 5 medium runners left. Corey at the back.
So Kieran's pitting off with 2 lap hole hards to go onto mediums, which won't get him to the end.
That will need to be another stop for Kieran. Interesting. Okay.
Okay, but I think with the way it is like having to overtake on this track, I think being on the mediums, you have to pit again.
Yeah.
You would have just taken this free pit stop and just gone on to hards, wouldn't you? That's the most logical sense. Instead of everyone's going to be on hards and pulling away while you've got to take an extra 20 seconds in the pits.
Yeah, why not just use that sort of pace advantage you're going to get with a set of mediums while having to not stop an extra time? That surely would make more sense, but like you say, those guys that pit, including Kieran, some of them, not all of them obviously, will probably have to pit again, because these hards will not last.
So the hards will last
the mediums will not last.
Yeah, so the mediums will not last, but Styles and Max both have to pit again.
Yeah, and Trunders, I'm interested to see if him and Waitsy decide to pit in the next few laps as well, because like you say, hards will go to the end. Are they going to put faith in these mediums to last them? They will obviously get a potential down the line to change, but they're not taking the chance for the free pit stop now. Them, and I think him, Kieran, and obviously Waitsy, obviously Kieran has pitted for those mediums. They're going to take the risk and just not take that free pit stop. It's a strategy. It might work down the line. Save yourself that maybe 20 seconds, but it'll be interesting to see in that sort of 20 to 25 lap range what this grid looks like.
I think there was somebody in TUF1, I think it was Andy. Yeah, you won't know. Mr. Ice Cold Andy, he did 23 laps on mediums, I think it was. So
Right.
maybe we're going to see them do soft medium and take them 23 laps.
In what state were those mediums when he did those laps?
I think they were pretty bad at the end.
Pretty knackered, I'd say so. So it could be done. Obviously, we're going to probably get another one. As at the minute, it looks like another lap under safety car, so we'll go to at least the start of what? End of 14, start of 15, so it could be done. Because you're not going to obviously getting as much wear out of them under safety car, so I mean, if they want to take that strategy, as you say, Andy, used, we just wouldn't advise it, would we?
No, I wouldn't advise it, but I know some of the people in this field don't particularly like the hard tyres, but we gotta love it and leave it at this point. I think we're not going to get an extra lap. Batman Kahara is up.
Let's see.
So I'm going to go board with Skies and Pat. Let's see. Has somebody lost it? Quinn's lost it. Behind the safety car.
He's lost it, yeah. Back marker I think will take him, but he's got penalties, but nonetheless. Oh no, he won't. Cannot right now.
And he's got no front wing, so Quinn needs to pit anyways.
He will need to pit again. What is he on? He's on a set of hards. They've done 6 laps. Does he pit for another set of hards?
So you only get one set of hards.
Oh, you do. Oh, that's tough for Quinn.
Yeah, so it's mediums.
It has to be mediums then. And
Yeah,
later on.
It looked like he wasn't about to pit, and I was about to be really confused.
Yeah. That was like a really last minute call there, but we'll see what he decides to do. It's going to be a bit longer as well, isn't it? Because he's obviously got no front wings, so...
Yeah, but behind the safety car, I think he's not going to lose any time.
He can make that up.
Yeah.
No.
So he's obviously he's going on to the mediums. So.
Yeah. There goes that front wing on. He'll keep his position. Well, obviously, catching up to the grid, he shouldn't be too bad. He obviously will, like we said, Kieran and a few others maybe, later on have to consider another stop as well, which, you know, it could work. Quinn could end up further up the grid than he would have been, but it's not looking too likely at the minute.
Yeah. So, Mr. P6 that started in P6 is now P6.
P6. He is very consistent. He's
very consistent with it, yeah.
Yeah, I was aware of that story about Mr. Consistent, obviously qualifying race result, and he stays P6 14 laps in.
Yeah.
Having qualified P6.
Having qualified P6, he's back to P6. Great.
That's
a good driving. He hasn't lost any position, but he hasn't gained any.
Net nothing for Witzy here. Obviously, he's gone up and down through the grid, but to be still where he was, mid-safety car, nearly halfway through this race, that's... If you're him, you take that. Because obviously, those in front of him, Shea's got a penalty.
Yeah.
Safety car, obviously, is coming in this lap, so for him and a lot of other drivers, obviously he's still on the mediums, of course, but potential pricing going down the line.
Yeah, so I'm going to go on board with Max this start, so do you want to jump on board with someone like in the midfield, like...
Might give Trunders a go.
Yeah?
Might give Trunders a go. He's on those medium tyres, concertining around this corner, see what he can do.
So Stars and Pat still hasn't gone yet. I think he's going to wait until the line.
Yeah.
And all those rears looking really cold. Trunders gets 5-second penalty with kills, and Stars and Pat's gone. And looks like Doody's all over the back of Max already. He's not pulling his overtake. Or Max goes a little bit deep, leaving the corner open for Doody, so Doody looks like he's going to sneak up the inside, and he gets the move done. Are we going to see Shea go for a move around the outside? In turn 4, oh, it's forcing him wide. Max has lost 2 positions in 3 corners. Oh, God. Shea putting those mediums to work on the restart, moving themselves up a position or 2.
Someone's here lost it there. Not ideal for Max. That midfield, like you said, looking pretty spicy. Jax has caught a penalty through the exit of turn 3 and 4, so he's had Trunders all over the back of him towards the end of that lap, and the penalties are starting to pile up. So See what he can do towards this end of this lap. He's in that Red Bull. He's on those medium tires. We spoke about sort of that strategy. Didn't pit. Took a risk staying on them. More penalties coming in. Let's see, as we bounce down this pit straight in a second or in a minute or two, will it prove fruition? He will have DRS probably twice into turn 2. As long as these guys can keep their line, we should have a good few battles into turn 1 here.
Yeah, so it looks like Max was really struggling with the warm-up on the restart. Shay is catching the back of Duty. So is he using the 4.9 wings? That's what I want to know.
Possibly. So, he may have edited it a little bit, but ideally you'd think so.
No, I think every track is Mr. Shea loves 4.9 wings for some reason. I don't understand it, but even somewhere like Monza. But yeah, but moving on. So it looks like it's really close to the front. There isn't a lot going on at this moment in time. I think Waitsy's catching up to the back of Max, who is really struggling on these 15-lap-old hards. Waitsy's nearly lost the car out of turn 4 into the 5-6 chicane. I think this is the numbers. Yep. Or I'm just making numbers up. Moving back down. Oh, Kieran's lost the pace of Kieran. Kills is all the back of Trundles, who's track extending mahusively. He seems to be really struggling at this moment in time.
Yeah, he is. He's taking massively good lines here, or extending through lines here. Kills. He's trying to catch up with this midfield. He's trying to get involved. He's nearly gone into the back of Trundlers through the exit of turn 11 and turn 12. This will be interesting. A lot of DRS is about to get activated. DRS now being enabled by race control. Let's see. Kills. Pops it on. Trundlers is going to get some as well. I believe on the back of Jags. I don't think anybody's going to try and send it here. Everyone just trying to play conservative. Kills is thinking about it. Trundlers, all hold position. But he's got a bit of understeer, so a bit of oversteer out of turn 2, excuse me. As they come through this track, everybody's kind of just floating in position. DRS obviously back on track now, but everybody realistically has stayed where they were, apart from the likes of Kieran and Barry, who've started to drop back.
Yeah, so it seems to sort of evened out. Waitsy is losing chunks of time to Shay, who I think he needs to clear him as quickly as possible. So they are going to get DRS on the pit straight for the first time since safety car restart this time around.
Yes.
But there is a little train from behind Max, so I think these people will be wanting to get past as quickly as possible. But obviously Max still hasn't yet to pit, so how long is he going to take these hards for? Obviously,
game, isn't it?
Yeah, he doesn't need to yield position to Waitsy, even though he's on a faster tyre. It is all for points and track position. Waitsy's got the DRS, he's burning the overtake, he's catching him, Max doesn't defend the inside, leaves the inside open to Waitsy, goes down the inside. Max looks like he's trying to get the switch back on. Waitsy powers him out. Max really struggling with those tyres.
Max, 17-lap-old hards. He's gone the longest, apart from Disnap, he's gone the longest on those set of hards, and you can really see that. Like you said, you can really see Kills, B-Stock is got to be next up in line. This is a pretty interesting place to try it, around the outside of turn 4. Max loses it on the curb, and he's opened up for Sean now to come through as well. The Alfa Romeo's battling through 6 and 7, they've touched a bit as well. Oh. Max is losing position, potentially could have ended his teammate's race for a second.
Yeah.
Those hearts are gone.
Yeah, I think he's really struggling with them at this stage of the race. Dyson-Power up front doesn't look like he's struggling with them at all.
No.
But the train is continuing to form, and he's going to continue to keep losing positions. But obviously, surely now he's going to lose so much time if he hits. He's just got to keep going. As Trundles is looking to sneak up the inside of Jag King. Oh, Jag King's losing out of the final corner, he's into a wall! That's got to be a safety car.
Surely.
No?
He's lost out right on the pit straight.
It's not a safety car. TT's gone down the inside of Max. TT's gone a little bit deep into the corner. And Max gets the better drive out of the corner. Safety car! Oh my god!
There we go.
Oh.
For the second time around the Hungary ring, the safety car is back out to take these guys and slow them right on down. Jags, you caught the end of that. Caught
Yeah, that was
pretty hefty curb.
right on board with Trunders. No contact, he's just lost the rear and unfortunately is around his gearbox overtook him.
It's not ideal, but I mean, would you say one or more safety cars? I think I said maybe on the edge of 2.
Yeah, I said one or more.
Yeah. So now it becomes station app's gap was 4/10. It's sort of alleviated between 5 and 6, so he's not doing too bad. Max, surely, this safety car, he needs to send Jags a thank you card, because you know what? He saved his race essentially in a little bit, because he was all over the back of him. Kills, Trunders, TT, they were all making moves, and he's been now gifted a free chance to pit.
Yeah, I would definitely take this chance to pit right now. As Stars and Pat does the same. Shay does the same. Wait, she's got to do the same. Who else is pitting?
There we go.
Showen's in the pit. Why? Okay, so Showen's in the pit.
The Alphas are double stacking.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh! He's near going in the back of Trunders, the pit lane as well. That could be a front wing for Max as well.
Yeah, that is going to be a front wing for him. I don't know what.
Double stack. And a front wing change for the Alfa Romeos. That is not the best of strategies for Max. Oh no.
So Trunders just had a 5-second penalty added as well, which is really unfortunate. So
was that for that incident?
Yeah, so I think Max tried slowing down so he didn't get double stacked.
Past, yeah.
And then he's ghosted. Trunders has ghosted through him and overtook him. Yeah. And then he's just run into the back of him for no reason. So
yeah. I mean, if you're going to slow down, I mean, I can understand maybe.
You can overtake in the pit lane before you get to the line, as we've seen Vettel do in China. But
the line just came up too fast, I think, and Trunders had to slam on the brakes to whisk a penalty for speeding, and as a result, I think compromised Max's wing and ended up with a penalty anyway. So, I mean, in Max's mind, you'd rather Trunders just keep going and take that penalty, but oh well, it's worked out for a pair of them. Either way, they're both nice at 14th and 15th, with, obviously, fresh mediums.
Yeah, so Kills has actually got 5 seconds. What did he get 5 seconds for? Let's have a look.
Oh,
so he randomly got a 5-second time penalty on lap 14.
A 5-second on lap 14, let me see. Could be track limits, there's been a lot of track limits.
Yeah, so it'd only be 3 for track limits, but I don't know what the 5 for. We'll probably see.
Severe collision with Trunders, 5-second penalty on lap 14, so that must have been, remember that, I think he clipped the back wheel of Trunders, I think, maybe?
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, he clipped the back wheel, so that will be penalties across the board. So this grid will not finish this way, it could change.
Yeah, I'm hoping for it to change, but TT is in his best position in P2, and same as Orman Barry in P7.
On those hards as well. Those hards are they are sticking those out. Obviously, only 8 laps between the pair of them. Wesley on 11 laps, and the top. That's not maybe what we expected to see this far in. The top 4 all on hard tires. One of them with penalties. This is going to be an interesting end. 14 laps to go. Probably another 1 or so maybe under safety car, and trust me, ladies and gentlemen, we will see more pit stops. We have to. Unless you're Meredith
and Kieran, you go to the end. Duty will go to the end. Everyone in the top 4 will go to the end.
Let's see. Oh yes, Meredith and Kieran. Yeah, those. You could stretch those mediums if they wanted, but I don't think they'll last.
We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to say there's another safety car. Anyone in the chat? I'll take 2-to-1 odds on another safety car. Another safety car. I'll take 2-to-1.
I mean, we had what? It was Meerkat caused one for this snap, I think.
No, so Stu's called one and Dags has called one.
It was it was that sort of exit of turn 3 and 4 when he just kind of stopped.
Yeah, so D has got the restart, so safety car is in this lap. TT is going to be right on his gearbox. He's not doing as much tire warming, or none at all actually. So, and Dooney's gone already. He's going to get slowed down by the game. And it looks like his rear is losing. TT's on the overtake already. Kills is all over the back of him.
This is going to be interesting into turn 1. Kills.
Kills. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? He's on the grass already. TT moves over. Goes a little bit deep into the corner. Oh, they're side by side. Coming down to turn 3. And Kills has just got ahead. TT's not going to bother sending it down the inside. That'll be a silly move. But in the background, we've got Styles and Pat on the inside of Shea Bantos Pie, going wheel to wheel. Climbing up to the hill. And we've got Waitsy and the Old Man Barry side by side. Obviously, Old Man Barry heals the position and lets Waitsy through. So, God, it's a lot of positions already lost Old Man Barry. So he's lost 3 positions in 6 corners. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, that's not been a good middle section from him there. Let's see if he can sort of recover in this 3rd sector. He's sort of dropped back from Waitsy here. So again, like you say, it's been a top 7 and 8 corners from him. The top 6 sort of, oh, there we go, Shea Bentel's Pie nearly goes into the back of Kieran. That AlphaTauri is being taken some really wide lines. Kieran's near lost it in the hairpin as well. He's going to get a good run here. Out of turn 13. He's going to get DRS no matter what. Side by side through the last corner. He's going to give him the space he has. And he'll get that DRS. Kieran, not contact into here for this big battle into turn 1, I think. The 2 AlphaTauri occupying 5th and 6th. Should make this move finalised, Kieran. He's going to try and come back in, but now sticks it. Yeah, he's stretched him a little bit there, Kieran. But he'll tuck him behind and...
Styles and Pat's gone down the inside, it's locked up and made a little bit of contact. Oh God. Now it's inviting Waitsy into the party as well with all these fighting. But up at the front we have got TUF Meredith, who is recovering from his spin earlier on. All over the back of Wesley Santana. Yeah, so the 2 C80 cars really helping him out. Wesley, big lock up. So Old Man Barry is falling down, so all these new medium runners are really pushing through. So
yeah, it's... we could potentially see the medium tires try and sort of recover some of the time back that they lost. It looks like it's helping them pretty much, because 5th, 6th and 7th all pretty much together as Shea Bentel's Pie locks up into turn 12. Those mediums are really showing their worth right now, Pricey.
Yeah, they truly are. But I would say, like, still the harder runners have just got the advantage.
Oh, yeah.
I think
being
at this far up, so DRS isn't able, so they won't get it on this pit straight, unfortunately. But they will get it next lap. So Shea is all over the back of his cousin or brother, and looks like there's no move. But Wesley Santana is all over the back of TT. So there's a lot of moves going on, and Waitsy's gone for a move on Styles and Pat. Styles and Pat looking down the inside. Waitsy leaves in the room, but keeps the position.
Trying to interrupt that Mercedes dominance between P7 and 8 right now.
And Meredith lets Shea through.
Oh! Very close from Styles on Pat there. He knew he's gone into the back of Waitsy through turn 4. That was close. That could have been a crash there.
Really unfortunate. But there's just a lot of battles going on. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
So Kieran's
really exciting.
Looks like he's really struggling on those 11-lap-old mediums. Are there going to be a little bit of Mercedes team orders, like let Lewis through, or
yeah, let Lewis
like we saw in Spain, and then Bottas going nah.
Are we going to get Kieran? It's James, because Waitsy is losing a lot of time. He's nearly been crashed into twice.
Yeah, Felipe, like, Alonso's faster. Fernando's faster, baby.
Fernando is faster than you. Could it be that simple? Those Mercedes still keeping those positions in tow. Waitsy, he's not gaining, he's not losing, but I worry for his battle between Styles and Pat. It doesn't look like it's going to be... He's sort of dropped back at the minute, but that could be 3 or 4 laps time. That could be a serious battle for position.
Yeah, at this moment in time, I'd be trying to use those new mediums, like from the Mercedes team, and letting him through so he can catch after Meredith. Like,
yeah.
He shouldn't be having to fight his teammate, but obviously...
At the end of the day, they are teammates. Yeah, it is a constructors' battle as well as a drivers' battle, so potentially, you know, could Kieran make the decision down the line? It doesn't look like it so far, but he's not holding him up massively, but he's not doing Waitsy any favours. Yeah,
but Styles and Pat is literally all over his gearbox.
It's twice he's gone wide there, Kieran.
Meredith picks up a penalty.
Is it track limits? Probably.
Yeah. They're all going to be track limits, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's all, yeah. It's the way the Hungary works, isn't it?
Yeah. But I think we've got Chunders in the background. It looks like he's going to be looking to make a move at Old Man Barrow. We're going to see Waitsy try and get past here. So Kieran's defending.
Not using overtake. Sticking with DRS. These three have literally just stayed like this for the past few laps, and Kieran doesn't show any sign of wanting to let him through. He wants to fight for this position. He will try and stick it. He thought about it. He did think about it. Kieran's taking a bit of a wide line through 2, into 3.
Shay's got past Wesley Santana, so
that splits the AlphaTauris for the minute. Shay's gone. He's losing the rear through that middle sector a few times now, and that will cost him.
Yeah, so Kieran's touched the curb and he's gone a little bit wide. He's going to invite Waitsy to go down the inside into the corner, and Kieran looks like he's sort of left in the room. Waitsy has just had to force his way through, and Steisenpat's trying to force his way down around the outside now, down the inside of Kieran. And Kieran and Beefy are trying to go side by side, and VSC.
That is like one of the AlphaTauris. That's Corey.
It's not your day.
Not his day indeed.
He is just
quite catch what happened there, but
he is becoming a bottle job, as I am called.
That looks like the same place though. It's that sort of exit.
Has he lost it in the same place?
I think so. That sort of exit of chicane of 9 and into 10. I think he's touched that curb again because it was pretty much the same place. Oh my!
So Quinn has got a drive through.
Oh, speeding under virtual safety car. Quinn, if you're going to finish a race, try not come last. Oh, and he's nearly dished it in the back of Old Man Barry as well. He's going to make a go of this, but I wouldn't compromise Old Man Barry too much, because like you say, Price City, he will have to take another run through the pits.
Yeah.
For his troubles.
Oh, and Sharon has to back out of that. So they were going side by side into turn 3. So we have
sort of calmed down a bit.
Yeah, we're only there's less than 10 laps left, and still a lot to fight for.
Top 3 still just maintaining the way they are.
Yeah, so at this moment in time, Kill's going to be dropping down loads of places for those 8 seconds.
Yeah, so he's dropped at the minute. He's got what? He's got he'll finish at the minute.
P7.
Yeah. Yeah. Because he's got it. 0.1 to wait and see, and I don't think that's going to stand pretty much. So yeah, that'll be under it. You're probably saying P7, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way the race has gone for him. Yeah,
so Shay's all over the back of TT. Looks like he's going for an easy move. TT doesn't defend it and just goes down the inside. So Wesley Santana behind is locked up, trying to catch up as well as TT gets a 3-second time.
Yeah,
oh, that's really unfortunate.
It's literally that exit of turn 2. Oh, he's nearly gone into the back of Shay Bento's pie again. It was that exit. It was that turn 1 curb. He's literally just stuck a tyre over, and it's another penalty. That's how easy it is, ladies and gentlemen, to get a penalty around this track. Most of these curbs will compromise you, and he's been overtaken by Shay Bento's pie, and you can be pretty certain he will not finish in 4th place, and he's nearly lost it. Heading into the 5 and 6 chicane. A slow race, but those penalties will hurt him.
Yeah, they really will do. As we've got Steisenpat all over the back of Waitsy. Sorry.
These two again. Ooh! Carrying a lot of speed through turn 10 there. These two have been at it for the past 6 or 7 laps, and they've stayed the same way for the last 6 or 7 laps. As Kieran obviously has dropped down the grid a good bit. This will be interesting. He's within DRS range. He didn't use overtake last time. Steisenap, last time we seen the battle. A bit further back this time. He will have DRS obviously. Waitsy doesn't. He's catching. He's gonna get the move done, I think. He's gonna opt for the outside, tucks it in. Waitsy, I think he's just gonna concede position here and just let him get DRS down the inside. Yep, he will. Waitsy will get overtake down the inside. Does he use it? Steisenap? Nope, just holds position. So those two are going to keep swapping for the next 5 or 6 laps, do you think, Pricey? Because they're pretty quick and it seems like a good battle.
No, I think at this point in time, I think Steisenpat's gone. I think he's going to disappear up the road because Waitsy was losing time to Santana. He wasn't really gaining on him with the DRS.
How much Wesley holds him back? I'll be interested to see. Because if he can't get past TT, it'll be interesting.
I think he'll just try and get past as quickly as possible. I don't think he'll hold him up.
He shouldn't do, you think?
He shouldn't do, but we never know.
Yeah. Bit of team orders down at the Williams team, potentially?
Yeah, a bit of like Russell Latifi, but they've got nothing to fight for, but now they do. It was a big
Massive
lock-up from
Yeah, that was huge. Not helping those hard tyres that have done 19 laps. Lap 11 even off those tyres.
He lost it. And Waitsy's all over the back of him now. As he goes defensive.
This could be hot.
Oh, it's just forced.
They've touched.
A little bit questionable from him then.
A little bit.
Oh,
he just had a bit of speed. Oh! This is these four. As TT's questionably spun. Oh, these little four are causing quite the commotion in here, Pricey. This is looking pretty dangerous.
As Dyson Pat spun it after TT got damaged from his teammate. So Waitsy's now got damage. That is truly unfortunate. It's a lap beat through.
The Williams touched. He touched with a Haas, started through turn 2. A lot of contact, a lot of track limits breached. It's that middle four. I had a feeling it wouldn't stay the same.
And it hasn't.
Causing a little bit of commotion. No, it hasn't. It's caused a little bit of commotion, and even Sean's trying to get involved now. He thinks about it. Stesnap locks up. We can ride to the turn 13 hairpin. Let's see what he tries to do here. He was involved a minute ago. It was Stysnap, Waitsy, and sort of Beefstock just trying to get a bit of position, and he wants it in the action as well on the Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, Beef sort of snuck through. So Beef's catching TT. TT goes defensive this time. With the wing damage. Oh, he's gone really deep. He's smashed the back of Santana. But Beef gets the move done. Oh my god. And Schoen's all over the back of Stysnap as he goes down the inside. Looks like he's not really leaving in the room. And then he gets the move done. He does look like there's a little bit of argy-bargy trying to get the move done, but
some questionable defensive showings here from some of these drivers, but legal or not, we'll see if anybody tries to make an appeal or maybe whatever, but as you said, Pricey, they've looked a little bit, some of them have been really close, really fair, others a little bit questionable.
Yeah, it's, I think it's just it's the end of the race, everyone's trying to fight for those little point positions. As Waitsy goes a little bit deep with the wing damage. Oh, Schoen's catching all over the back of him.
It's plus penalties as well. This is going to be interesting for Waitsy. Ooh, and he's obviously not going to pit 4 laps left for that wing. He might just try and stick it out. I mean, depending on what gap he's got, I mean, if he pits now, he's second, he's third last. So there's no question about the fastest lap. So for Waitsy, it's just trying to stick it out and defend what you've got.
Yeah, that's all it is. But it doesn't look like
this. Position.
Yeah. I think Schoen's going to get that position. I think it's going to be her.
Yeah.
Or not. The Waitsy's gone a little bit deep. That wing damage.
He followed him. If he was just a little bit lighter on the brakes, a little bit less accelerating, he was tucked it up the inside.
As we've got Trunders now all the way back to Styles and Pat, he looks like he's really struggling.
Let's see. Yeah, Trunders, he's had a good race, hasn't he? Qualifying ban. Obviously couldn't compete, started from the back. Currently P10. No, I mean, you don't get the opportunity to set your own lap and put yourself on the grid. So a really good recovery drive. He has got a penalty, we can find out how much that's for. It's for 3 seconds, so he'll, at the minute, with the gap to Max, who's had a pretty decent race, he'll keep that position, so contender for driver of the day, maybe for Trunders, you never know, but, you know, he's had a good race.
Yeah, I think that is going to be a very questionable shout. It depends if he does end up finishing in the top 10 though.
True. That is true. Unless
we're going to see a Mazepin from Portimao, I think it was, where he got driver of the day.
Yes, I believe he did get driver of the day in Portimao.
As we
questionable decisions.
Yeah, so Schoen is catching on the back of Waitsy. Are we going to see a move? Just having a quick look up the front. No moves being made.
He really wants to get past.
Yeah, so that marker's left the session. Always locks up.
Yeah. This has been a good battle. Witty, of course, with that wing damage, he's having to slow down. He's having to take different lines, take a bit more curve, go where you really want to go, and he's taking a.
That's another 3-second time. That's not a good thing.
And we just seen that there now as well.
Yeah, so at this moment in time, I think he's going to be dropping down all the way to P10. Showen's off.
Is that damage on Showen's Alpha? I think his wing might be fine. But that was a pretty heavy shunt, I think.
Yeah, might be a little bit of lime green damage on the front wing of Showen. As Wacy's
Showen's got 3 seconds.
Really struggling. Wacy's really struggling, sorry. Oh, and he's gone into the back of him again. Oh, that's got to be damage.
That's wing,
and that's no damage.
And he's locked up as well. Oh. So at the minute, Showen is 3 seconds down. He's the minute by P11. Switzy with 6 seconds is... yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much near back of the grid, which is unfortunate for Witty, but it's... too many penalties, you know, the gap there. Those safety cars have bunched everybody up so much.
Oh, as TT's losing it.
It's gonna hurt him.
That's inviting Waity to go round the outside. TT's trying to sneak it up the inside. He's pushing him wide through the corner.
3 wide through turn 2 is not a good idea, fellas. That's not a good idea. TT considers to run wide. Oh, this is going to be an interesting battle into this final 2 laps, Pricey.
Yeah,
5 of them.
Showen sneaking up the inside. I think Showen's going to get this move done. Leaves sort of Waity the space.
Oh, you waited 34 laps, fellas. The elbows have finally came out.
Oh, yeah. I think now it's just inviting Steisenpat into the mix. Waity's really struggling. Obviously with this wing damage. Thunder's in the background. Looks like he's looking for a move. He's alongside Steisenpat. He goes a little bit deep in the corner. Are we going to see a little switchback? Doesn't look so. And my interval board has been...
Yep, as has mine.
Yeah, as...
I don't have to refresh it back on.
Showen's catching TT. Are we going to see him move? TT moves over to the inside.
Ooh, they touch again. Showen's wing has taken quite a bit of damage.
Yeah,
I'm surprised it's even still on. That's questionable. Very questionable line there from TT. These two fighting lap 35, and they are truly getting the elbows out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody's crashed. I'm really shocked.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't had another incident. We've had 2 safety cars for like a little bit of incidents, but nothing major.
If you would show me this race back, I would guess it would be for this sort of incidents, this section, not for the reasons we had safety cars. Honestly.
Yeah, but at the front we have got Udi, who is rounding the final corner to take his first victory, I believe, in TUF.
Yep.
And congratulations to him. Kills finishes in P2, but he will be dropping down. Shea Bentos Pike crosses the line in P2 as Kills drops down to P3. Santana's coming up, who stays in P4, Beef in P5. TT about to cross the line.
Still fighting, Showen.
Heath drops down to P. TT's gone all the way down to 12th, 13th. So Styles and Pat finished in 6th, Showen in 7th, Max in 8th, Old Man Barry in 9th, Kieran in 10th, Chunders in 11th, Waitsy in 12th, TT in 13th, Meredith in 14th, hopefully.
Picked up another 3-second penalty on that last lap, Meredith, so, I mean, Quinn's got the gap to him, but they both got penalties, obviously, so I'm pretty certain, unless they're more than what they should be. And he's ran out of fuel, no?
No, he just pinned it in the wall.
Hanging on. I think these two are pretty secure, yeah. Last 2 positions, Corey and Quinn locking up 14th to 15th as we finalise the grid. A lot of penalties, so the grid will finalise for you in a second, but a really intense last few laps there, Pricey.
Yeah, it was truly, it was a lot of action. Sorry, I am just trying to...
So like Pricey said, Duty, first win into UF. Congratulations to him as he takes step 1 on the podium. Joining him, as we'll show you now, Shea Bentos Pine kills. A lot of penalties on the board, 3, 6, 9, 12. That is your top 3. That was a hell of a race.
Yeah, it was a truly great, hell of a race. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out some interviews. Let's just see if any of them want to do interviews.
That was talked about, wasn't it? I remember reading the guys talking about after
after
Brazil.
Do you want to see if you can try and get them all, invite them to a party? Into the party?
Yep, who be looking for him?
So Duty Gent, Shea Mentos Pie,
Duty,
and Kills.
And Kills, yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally, yeah. That would make sense, Daniel, wouldn't it? The top 3.
This is the final grid, guys, for TUF2 round 3 around Hungary. So let's have a look. Oh, and he's gone. So let's just leave the session quickly. Let me see if I can get these drivers in, guys. If not, that might have to be the end of the stream. Oh, and he's back. So, sorry guys, I'm just gonna invite... sorry, I can... Kills, Shay, and Duty. Yeah, add all of them.
Cool. But for a first race, that was pretty... I'm glad. That was good. That was a brilliant race to watch.
Welcome, Kills. And Shea Bantos Pie. And there he is, Mr. Duty Junch. So...
oh, he's in game chat, bro. Duty.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, get him in the party chat.
I'll message him now.
Thank you. So, Kills, you there?
Killed his mic is on mute, I think. What the hell?
I think so, it is, yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Good race, boys.
Sorry about that.
So, congrats on P3. What was the time penalty about, man?
So I got 5 seconds for the restart under the first safety car. I just got brake checked and I was just too close, and the car behind me was just too close. Sorry?
Pit lane?
No, just before the pit lane, the kind of long left-hander in the last sector.
Yeah.
I just didn't have enough of a gap behind me, and then I can't remember who was in front of me, but they just braked and I didn't have enough room. But yeah, I'm still happy with my result. I'm a little bit good because I think I did have the pace to win today. But I mean, at the same time, congrats to Diddy. I mean, that was an amazing drive. I couldn't get by him.
Yeah,
his straight line speed was crazy.
I would have to say, like, it was amazing to see, considering you were behind him with DRS for pretty much the entire last bit of the race with the safety car, and you still couldn't find a way to get past. So
yeah,
great drive.
I think it was an issue in my I think it was an issue in my setup, because even when I wasn't in DRS range, any gap I was gaining towards DRS, I was using like the majority of it on the straights alone. So I had to use my battery or overtake to even get within 1 second. And then because Hungary, it doesn't really recharge that much, I just didn't have as much as I wanted to try and get by him.
Yeah, man. Do you think, like, with the whole was it university studies you had to do, or exams?
Yeah.
When did you start practicing for Hungary? Was it quite recently? Was it like today, or was it?
Well, I first started last Wednesday when I had a bit of time. I just finished up uni today, so I had all afternoon to practice, and I think it definitely paid off. I'd say this is probably my strongest performance in this league in a long time.
Well, congrats for uni, man, and congrats for coming P3, man.
Cheers, mate.
Are we going to see maybe like a little bit more practice out of you for next week, maybe, if that's a chance?
Oh, so yeah, 100%.
maybe you can be, maybe it'll be the other way around and you're holding Duty off.
I'd like that. As much as I like Duty, I want to win.
Well, congrats, man. Let's see if we can have a little chat with Mr. Shea Bentos Pie, who somehow managed to finish P2.
Mate, I really hope you got my charge through the field on stream. I'll be disappointed if you didn't.
Most of it, I think.
I think I got most of it. I think I didn't watch when Meredith let you through. I think the only part I did get was I got quite a lot of the weightsy battles.
Yeah, well, the first stint on the softs, as you probably noticed, I pitted like lap 4, I think, or lap 5.
Yeah.
It was like I was driving on ice. So I went in for the mediums, and then obviously, I don't even know how many safety cars there was, but when I put the mediums on in the end, I was in P9 or P10, I think. But you had Stein's app, is it?
Yeah.
In front of me with someone else, and they went side by side, so I capitalised on that. And then it was just making my way through the field that way, and then just trying to stick within 5 seconds of kills. It may get removed, I'm not sure, but just in case, for the P2, so...
Yeah, I was quite surprised to see quite a lot of people go to the mediums. I was expecting more people to follow the duty kill strategy and go to the hards. Like, what was your thinking about going to the mediums?
If I'm being honest with you, I generally thought you could get the mediums to the end.
Oh,
but yeah, you couldn't. So the safety car, like it would. I planned the 2-stop anyway because I assumed there would be a safety car. But like, if there wasn't, I thought I'd get the mediums to the end, but I definitely wouldn't have.
So you weren't trying to do like a dobby or something and try and extend as long as you can.
No, I'm not Bats Plus. I can't do that. But yeah, I'm glad with the result. P2 or possibly 3, I'm not sure. But like, it's probably one of my least favourite tracks apart from Monaco. So I'll take it, But congrats to Duty again as well.
So that's coming up soon. So what is this? This is your second or third P2?
I'm not sure.
You came P2 in Brazil because showing up that 5 seconds removed, but we won't talk about that.
What else has there been? There's been Austria, not Austria, sorry.
Mexico, and you got 6 points.
You got 6 points, yeah.
7,000 Mexico, yeah. I crossed the line in third, to be fair, but I had pens.
So we'll just say it was 3 podiums and forget the pens, yeah? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Alright, sweet, man. Thanks for chatting to us, man. And
no worries, cheers for the stream, lads.
It's alright, boy. And finally, moving on to Mr. Duty Dench, who unfortunately would have had back-to-back wins. No, not back-to-back wins, sorry, because Shay would have won the last race. Duh. Who's finally won a race. I think, is this your first win in TUF?
In a very long time. It was one of my first races I won. Monaco.
Was it?
Ages ago. Yeah, it's like a very long time ago, a few seasons ago. So I don't really count that one though, because you just can't pass anyone. So this is my first proper win for me. Yeah, I'm happy with myself. That first stint, I felt I dealt with it well. Like, you could tell Kills was faster than me for the majority of the race, and I thought I'd just let him pass because then I can do the undercut, and it seemed to work out well. I've got out a few seconds ahead of him, and then we had all the safety cars and stuff. And yeah, I think it's just a great strategy for me in the end, to be honest. All the people who went on mediums, I think they messed themselves up or shot themselves in the foot by pitting and played into my hands.
Yeah, I think there was quite a lot of people that pitted that were on hards and decided to go to mediums, and I was quite confused. We were quite confused because it's quite hard to overtake on this track, and especially if you're burning through ERS, you're just going to be stuck in a DRS train. You're not going to be going anywhere. You'd want to take that track position. So I think obviously going for that soft hard was obviously the correct way to go, and it obviously paid off you because obviously you've won the race.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was last season or the season before. We had Hungary as well, and there was similar then where there was quite a few safety cars, and I think it was Tamara Kachar who won.
Yeah.
And they did exactly the same thing where they went onto the hards and they just stuck it out while everyone else pitted and got pens and whatever. So I tried to replicate that and it seemed to work out as well. But yeah, Kills kept me honest all race. I couldn't get away from him.
It was like I think the gap extended like as high as like 6/10. I think it was. Yeah. And it was literally on your gearbox the whole time. To be fair, you guys were going at it for so long, I nearly caught you crossing the line. I nearly missed it. I thought it wasn't the last lap. It was just going on and on. But anyways, man, congrats. I think, what have you got next week?
I have no idea.
Oh, you got China next week. Oh, okay. So another one-stop track then. So are we going to see you going for the hards again, or are we going to see a two-stop?
I'll keep that close to my chest.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Probably though, it's a track renowned for one stop. So I'm just happy to get some points on the board. I'm picking up some consistency, and I think that's been my problem throughout my time in the league. So I'm finally getting some consistency, and it's paying off. So
yeah, I think when you first joined from like the FIFA Analyst League, I think you were struggling quite a little bit. You found like a little bit of form in like some races, but you never found the overall race pace. But anyway,
it's just haven't raced in another league since, and I had some time off, and it's a step up, and just getting used to it and start racing again. And there's a lot of good races in the league, and it's going to be close. So fingers crossed we can keep it consistent.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the closest seasons.
Just stop being so quick.
Well, and qualifying helped today as well. I think just getting that P1 and having that one-shot quali pretty much, and I've pulled a lap out the bag, and I think getting P1 around Hungary is a big deal as well. So
100%, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I saw you do a 13.8, and I was just like, like, even though I can't do that.
You did a 13.5 in a practice session.
I did do a
13.5.
Well, I've been doing a lot of practice on the time trials, so.
Well, all I can say is thank you guys for joining us. This has been Pricey and Daniel. We're going to sign off for this one around Hungary. We'll be back next week, or I haven't decided yet, for China. So we will see you then. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.